Hey guys, it's History Behind the Warrior, and today I'm going to be talking about the great Kung Lao. Now, unlike the main continuity of Mortal Kombat, we have to go extremely far back in time in order to talk about the great Kung Lao, as he existed way before characters like Sub-Zero and Scorpion. He's been a massive influence in the Mortal Kombat franchise, and is seen as a very iconic person of Earthrealm. Now, not much is really known about the great Kung Lao. He's a man who's been etched in history as a hero, but we don't know his childhood too well. Now, from what we do know about him is that Kung Lao was raised within the Order of Light, which was a temple governed by Shaolin monks. Now, whilst growing up within the monastery, Kung Lao was well aware of the Mortal Kombat tournament and the dangers it held towards Earthrealm, so he would train every single day so he could be the best fighter the Order of Light could present at the tournament. For you see, at this point in time, the reigning champion for Outworld, Shang Tsung, had in fact won 9 consecutive Mortal Kombat tournaments, and if Shang Tsung were able to win this tournament, then Earthrealm would be terminated. So Kung Lao, knowing that there was so much on the line, would push himself to the point where even he seemed superhuman. And when the final tournament was announced, the great Kung Lao would enter, defeating anyone in his path, and eventually end up in the final, where he'd go toe to toe with Shang Tsung and defeat him, therefore becoming the champion of Mortal Kombat and postponing the invasion of Outworld. Now, Shao Kahn had learned of this and was not pleased that Shang Tsung had failed, but now he'd have to wait and win another 10 consecutive Mortal Kombat tournaments in order to invade Earthrealm. Seeing the great Kung Lao's inhumane power made the Emperor's blood boil, so he would resort to the use of supernatural being, and this is where he laid his eyes on the Shogun. So the Emperor of Outworld would reach out to the Shogun and recruit Gorbak's son, Goro, and with the assistance of himself and Shang Tsung, they would mold the young prince into a warrior, one that could go toe to toe with Kung Lao. Now, during this time, Kung Lao was unaware of this, but did stick to his very strict training schedule, as being the champion of Mortal Kombat was a title he held with pride and also caution, as he knew that at any point if he had slipped up, it would be the end of him. Now, 50 years later, the next Mortal Kombat tournament would commence, and during the tournament, Goro was able to clean house and defeat every single Earthrealmer, including the great Kung Lao. Despite the great Kung Lao's training, he wasn't able to take down the Prince of the Shogun. He was simply too powerful, and this would in fact lead to his unfortunate death. Now, despite this, the great Kung Lao set an example and a legacy with that the Shaolin should not be underestimated. They are a force to be reckoned with, and these words would echo true years and tournaments later, when one of his ancestors, Liu Kang, would do what he did and prevent Earthrealm from getting invaded by Outworld. His legacy would continue on and influence other ancestors he had, such as Kung Lao and even up to a certain extent Kung Jin. Although the great Kung Lao hasn't played a massive role within Mortal Kombat, he did create a legacy for the White Lotus to live up to, and this was achieved by Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and Kung Jin. He will always be seen as a monarch by those at the Shaolin Temple, or in fact anyone who helps defend Earthrealm, and one that we unfortunately don't get to see a lot of. Now, whilst talking about this, let's bring up a series that I have neglected for an extremely long amount of time but have been aware of: Mortal Kombat Conquest. Now, Mortal Kombat Conquest is a spin-off show of the great Kung Lao character. It goes in its completely own direction, and does kind of become its own thing despite having the Mortal Kombat title slapped on it. Now, I myself haven't seen this show, so I don't want to give like a full-on breakdown analysis of something I do not yet quite understand, so do expect this series to be reviewed at a later date, but I do believe that this wraps up the great Kung Lao character. I hope you all enjoyed this and got to understand a little bit more about the great Kung Lao character, as he is talked about, but no one kind of understands what's going on with him really. Plus, you can expect a HB reviews on the Mortal Kombat Conquest series, as I do have to say, after making this video, it has kind of perked my interest with not only the character, but the series itself, so you can expect a review about that. Now, next week, I'll be doing a top 5 things you didn't know about Sub-Zero, and I'll be doing some little different things with the channel, Mortal Kombat wise. I want to kind of broaden my horizons and make some interesting content for you. Now, I will say that tomorrow you are going to get an Injustice 2 video talking about the difference between Power Girl and Supergirl within Injustice, and later on this week you'll be getting a Tekken video talking about Ogre/True Ogre. I'll also be featuring some other really special stuff on this channel, so please do keep an eye out. Now, before this video wraps up guys, if possible, let's try getting it to roughly about 500 likes. It helps support the channel a ton. Now, as always guys, please comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Please take care, and I'll see you all next time.